What is going on today, guys? Welcome. This is the long and short of it. My name is Subi.
And my name is Kalen.
And today is going to be our first beginner's luck video. We're going to be talking about choosing a broker and getting started in the market.
So here's the long and short of it. Getting started in investing can be full of anxiety, but with patience, thoughtfulness, and consistency, success is never too far around the corner.
And then left, and then right, and then left, right, left, right. So the main thing we're going to be discussing in today's video is the individual brokerage account. Other accounts are also the Roth IRA and traditional IRA, but that's going to be a different video for a different day. So when you start off, you're going to need a few pieces of information. You want to know your social security number, your net worth, your liquid net worth, and your current job, just for tax filing purposes. The broker will generate your tax forms for you. That way, when it comes to tax season, you have your profits and your revenues ready, and you do want to pay the IRS because they will find you and they will kill you. There are many videos on YouTube that already exist that go over the step-by-step process of how to open up an account and how to fill in all the information, but a lot of it is just personalized to you, so whatever your information is. So how to open up an account that's right for you? Well, there's a bunch of different ones that already exist. There's TD Ameritrade, there's ETrade, there's Robinhood, there's Charles Schwab. The list goes on, but you gotta just pick whichever one you're comfortable with. The most common broker for young people is Robinhood. It very easily allows you to buy and sell stocks as well as cryptocurrencies, but in my opinion, it's not really a great option for either of these things. But the most common ones that people use are ETrade, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, the list goes on. And a lot of these things offer the same type of platform, and they do a lot of the same stuff. And personally, I use ETrade and Robinhood, and Kalen uses ETrade, Robinhood, as well as TD Ameritrade. But it's all down to personal preference at the end of the day. And the last thing to do is to transfer money over from an already existing bank account. And if you don't trust them having your bank information, it's okay. You can just use things like PayPal. Sometimes the money takes a few days to get there, so don't freak out if you don't see it there immediately. It'll eventually get there, okay? And guys, we can't stress this enough, but you gotta make sure you do your own research. Just because your Uncle Tony or Steve or whoever tells you to put $5,000 into Tesla or Apple doesn't mean it's a good idea. And even if we tell you to do something, doesn't mean it's a great idea. You have to make sure you understand what you're doing because it's your own money that you're risking. So just make sure you understand everything that's going into the process.
Oh my God, I'm in the hot seat. No, I'm good. So now we come to probably the most common question that we get, which is how much money do you need to get started? And the realistic answer to this question is that everyone's situation is different. $50 to you may mean a lot of money, whereas $1,000 to someone else may not actually mean that much to them. So the biggest thing for you is deciding how much money you can spare and invest on a consistent basis. So for example, for me, I was able to put about $1,000 into it to start with. But this is mainly because I didn't have any big bills to pay. I didn't have a mortgage, I didn't have a car payment, and I didn't have any student loans. The biggest thing for everyone else is to decide how much money they can spare. Whether it be 50, 20, 10 bucks a week, a month, whatever it is for you. The biggest thing is consistency and being able to expand your portfolio over time. So now that you have your money in your account, what do you do with it? So Subi and I went about it in the way that we did not put it into action immediately. We didn't just go and start buying things, because neither of us knew what the heck was going on with the markets. Instead, we waited and we watched, and we saw what we wanted to buy and when we wanted to buy it. It just gave us a better idea of what was actually going on, so you could at least feel that little bit better about your timing of the market, right? Now, as we've already mentioned, and as we will mention a lot more times, time in the market always beats timing the market, right? It's a nice little thing right here. Warren Buffett said it, a lot of other great investors said it, but it's super important to remember. One of the biggest things to remember is you should never put money into the market that you can't afford to lose, because at the end of the day, it is a market, right? So whether it's a big risk or a small risk, there always is a risk to lose what you put in. Here's the thing, no matter what, you're not gonna feel great about when you actually entered the market. So for me, despite trying to take my time, despite trying to make the right choices, I ended up entering the market in September of 2018, which was very close to the top for that time. And I actually didn't get positive returns in my account until April of 2019. So believe you me, that was not a fun way to go about it. And Subi actually probably remembers when I texted him in excitement because I was finally seeing some green and positive returns in my account.
Believe you me?
I mean, it is an actual...
It's a I never heard that.
So remember, guys, there is no right amount to get started with. The much bigger thing is that you need to stay consistent with it. It doesn't matter whether you're getting started with $1, $5, $10. As long as you continue to put small increments into the market and grow your portfolio, you'll do great. And as I said before, as we'll continue to say throughout the rest of this series, time in the market beats time in the market, right? You'll see it spelled out down there just in case anyone gets confused. As legendary investors like Warren Buffett say, it's much better to be in the market for a long time than trying to get the right moment in time. God, look at these editing skills, am I right? Anyway. Sorry. Compound returns are incredibly important to the lifetime of your portfolio. They're really what's going to make it over the years. That's what can allow someone to go from $50,000, $40,000, even $10,000, all the way up to millions of dollars by the time they retire. Which I think we would all like to be a millionaire. Can you agree with me on that? Yeah, I think so, right? Now, there's a show actually that we both like, which is called The Money Guy Show. It's a nice channel on YouTube, and they're both actually licensed advisors. And they have videos where they go through each age and actually how you would become a millionaire by the time you retire.
Get that money.
Get that money. So check it out. We'll have a link below.
But you also have to make sure that you're making money through other means. This can't be your only source of income.
Absolutely. This isn't some magic arena where you just double your money in a night, right? Investing is a long-term game. So any money that you do make from it, you can't just take to go buy something. You're not rich immediately. Realistically speaking, it's about long-term wealth. It's about creating wealth not only for yourself, but your family in the future too, right?
Right. I mean, it takes months or even years to really see some really good returns. And you got to remember at the end of the day that this isn't the lottery, but it's a pretty great place to start.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for watching. And make sure you tune in next week for our next video. And Kalen's going to kick us out.
As we mentioned, guys, any of the resources that we mentioned in this video are going to be linked right below, right? So whether it comes to the Money Guy Show or any of the videos that we were talking about where they give you a step-by-step process, just go take a look at it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Deuces.